Started. All right, good evening, everyone. Welcome, welcome. Dr. Stacy here. Happy you guys are here on this beautiful Tuesday evening, or maybe you're watching the replay. We have some fantastic testimonials lined up for you using our LifeWaves technology and, of course, our brand new Cellergize that are going to blow your minds. We even have some pictures, before and after pictures, we're going to be sharing. But before we get started, I want you to know that I am not a medical doctor. I am not your doctor. I have a PhD in integrative medicine and a PhD in functional medicine. So I love to focus in the holistic alternative world of healing modalities and tools in my toolbox. The information that we are sharing tonight in regards to LifeWave's light technology and LifeWave's brand new David formulated our Cellergize powder that supports the functionality of our patches. Any information that's shared tonight is not intended to treat, cure, diagnose, or prevent anything. If you have questions in regards to your health, your medications, or anything that's going on with you, please always check with your healthcare practitioner or your doctor. They know you best and they'll be able to make the best decisions with you. But with that being said, the information for informational purposes tonight is going to be pretty darn impactful. So you might want to get a few notepads out. We are recording, of course, don't worry. But I know it's going to help you think of some people that are going to be really excited to try this technology. So we're going to take it all the way out to Hawaii first. We have Susanna on here, and Susanna is excited to share her personal experience with us. She's been patching about a year. So Susanna, talk to us a little bit about what was going on with you pre-patching, and I'm going to pull up our pictures that you shared with me while you do that.
Okay, great. Hi, yeah, I've been patching for since May of last year. This first picture here on the left, I'm actually in a wheelchair. The wheelchair's on the right, but I'm in a wheelchair. I'm about 270 pounds. I put on 90 pounds because of a work injury. It really devastated my life. I've had a lot of like PTSD that came along with it because I was a super functional human being, and then I couldn't even, brush my hair or leave my house or go to Costco after all of the treatments and the treatments that I didn't have. But yeah, I gained 90 pounds with the different injections and medication that they had me on. It was very debilitating. By the time the injections wore off, I really couldn't move the left half side of my body. I tried absolutely everything to get past my PTSD within 19 days. I'll go into the brain stuff later, but I mean, it was super helpful. In this middle picture, I started patching in May, and then by October, I was actually dancing at a club with with some friends, and I couldn't believe it. So that's my middle picture. But I was dancing for hours. Plantar fasciitis went away. I had full range of motion in my neck and my arms. I still have tears in my rotator cuff, but I really feel like I wouldn't need surgery for that. I'm so much better. I mean, I'm avoiding 3 surgeries because of this. Migraines went away. So just so many things that I actually even forgot about. I didn't even put it on here. I actually had nodules in my thyroid. I mean, there was just so many things. It was kind of unbelievable. But yeah, in the last picture, we had a Maui trip actually for LifeWave, and I was running late. And if you're flying from island to island, there's a last flight, and I was on it. And if I wasn't gonna make it to gate 7 in 3 minutes, it was I wasn't gonna be okay. So I had to run, and I haven't ran in over 5 years. I mean, why would you unless a tiger is chasing you? I don't understand runners, honestly. But yeah, let's go to my next slide because this is pretty major with my what was happening with my brain. So so I had tried everything for PTSD. I've actually had a brain injury 26 years ago from a domestic violence situation. But that really added to PTSD with all my injuries. That's really when I started feeling it. And so memory issues, depression, anxiety, brain fog. Oh man, there were things that I couldn't remember about my childhood, about things that were happening. So these brain scans are from a TMS therapy treatment, which is electrically shocking my brain basically 5 days a week. For 2 years, I was trying it. And this very first slide is when I started. 2 years later, it was the middle slide. And they're like, I think this is the best we're going to get. And I had COVID 4 times. And he could see that. He's like, oh, I could see that, you probably had COVID. I see some brain fog because of it, that kind of stuff. But I think this is the best we're going to get. Um, so in that time in between my follow-up appointment, he said, let me come see you back in a month and see how you're doing. I'm a massage therapist, actually, that was coming over for my work injury. She showed me the before and after pictures. I saw Marcy's pictures. Like, oh my gosh, what does this do? She goes, I don't know what it doesn't do. And that was the perfect thing to say to me because I was looking for an answer.
Mhm.
And my follow-up appointment was 19 days after I started X39 and Eon. And of course, Ice Wave for all my pain. And man, zero PTSD, zero brain fog. I started remembering things I hadn't recalled in years. But whoa, did Cellergize change everything 10 days ago? I mean, I felt better, but I have never felt mental clarity like I have on the Cellergize. It was phenomenal. I wake up earlier. I start the Cellergize right in the morning. I was like, oh my gosh, I can't believe how more productive I am. I'm just like more clear-headed. I'm fully functional. Like I feel like I'm a more functional human being. And I want to mention that something really crazy happened a couple days ago. Because like I said, I was in a domestic violence situation. And there was a man that tried to push his way into the bathroom with me at a public bathroom and fight, flight, fawn or freeze. And I was fawning. And something like that would have paralyzed me. It would have for months or years. But it didn't this time. It took me a couple days actually to recover from it. I wouldn't have asked for help. I did that this time. Um, I'm actually like super proud of myself that how fast I bounced back. And I called a friend, which, you're supposed to do that. She's like, girl, let's go out for drinks. And I don't drink, but I woke up with a hangover and they said, we're going to the beach tomorrow. I mean, it's white. Sometimes you just need a beach day with the girls. And that was definitely a reason why to go. And I had a hangover. Okay. But by the time I was done with my Cellergize, it was gone. I mean, that was cool. But when I think about this kind of stuff, how many people are dealing with PTSD and trauma issues? And, it's so debilitating. I'm telling you right now, it's so debilitating. This has been the only thing that's worked for me for PTSD. And a lot of times PTSD, you're still in it, even though nothing's happening. And that moment showed me, even when something happened, that was scary. And yeah, you should be scared, or it brought it all back because it really happened. I still bounced back, and there's no way I could have done it without these products. There's no way.
Wow.
So that's my story, and I'm so grateful.
Thank you for sharing. Before you go, they want to know what patches have you been using? You've been patching about a year. And
Yes,
what patches, and then how long have you been using Cellergize?
I got Cellergize 10 days ago.
Oh, 10 days ago. Okay.
Yeah, so awesome. But mainly X39 and Eon, and then Ice Wave for when I need for pain. Sometimes my family's on all the other stuff, but that's been pretty awesome. Every once in a while, I'll remember to put the SP6 on and help curb my appetite. But actually, the Cellergize I think was curbing my appetite too. It really was. Yeah, I was kind of a chunky monkey for a while, but I feel like I've lost 51 pounds just on those 3 patches.
Wow.
And so
Congratulations. That's
thank
amazing.
you.
Thank you. Thank you for
Yeah,
sharing. Thank you.
one thing now.
I love it. All right. Have a fantastic afternoon over there in Hawaii, Susanna. Thank you so much. All right. Let's get Josie up here. Josie, talk to us about what was going on with you pre-patching. Tell us a little bit about what patches you used and what you experienced, and then how long have you been using Cellergize and what have you noticed since you added it?
Okay, so on or June of 2024, I started patching and mainly always X39 and Eon. And I played around, when money provided, I would add in other things, but those are the two always. And so the with those patches in the beginning, I had what most people have is like that afternoon slump is gone, sleeping's great. And then some of the big things that started happening was I weaned off my thyroid medication because the symptoms, all of it, all of those were gone. And then I also refurbish furniture. So I do a lot of sanding, use a hand sander. Well, my hands over the years, like kind of like a carpal tunnel in the thumbs. And it got to the point where like I couldn't use my hand properly for a couple of days. Afterwards that once that I mean because I love furniture and messing with that. And so once that went away and I could sand freely as much as I wanted, I was like, oh, look at this. So that was another big thing. And I ended up, at some point with bursitis in my elbow. I didn't even know what that was. And that big bubble that would show up every now and again, that has never shown its ugly face again. Let's see. I made a list because there were so my let's see. No, I don't take allergy med here in Oklahoma. There is, constantly everybody seasonal allergies, and I don't take any allergy medicine now. So that's the fun. That was the fun stuff. Also, which I believe it's like a plaque psoriasis on my right foot that about a year and a half ago showed up. And while patching in the beginning, that started to like the flare up that would go away. And I'm like, oh. And then what I've learned, like with retracing, I thought, why is this, why when it was getting better, and then because I believe in the patches so much, I was like, oh, maybe I have a bad disease inside my body and it's fixing that. And so all this other stuff. But anyway, so that has kind of shown its ugly head. Well, Cellergize I got as soon as it came back out. Um, so that was beginning or whatever in June. So I guess I've been using it for about 3 weeks. Is that about as long?
Yeah. And then do you want me to share your picture now by your tel?
Well, I mean, yeah, well, okay. So my first immediate thing was I couldn't believe how quickly um, I could tell. I didn't coffee or how people say, "Oh, I got burst of energy." It wasn't that. It was my friend said my skin was looking softer. And then my hair started growing like crazy, which, a lot of people experienced that within the first year, just being on the patches. But it was like that kicked in. And then my cravings of all different things, even alcohol, um, like the cravings for just different things, that's gone away. I have like rosacea in my face that is kind of just a redness, and I would never go anywhere without foundation. That I'm like, oh my gosh, am I going to be one of those people that can go without foundation on? So that, I mean, in just like my body is just totally was lacking everything that it's been incredible. And so, yeah, you can show the pictures. Now, I was in a car accident about 2.5 weeks. Friday will make 3 weeks. But the picture that Dr. Stacy has shows the morning after. That first one was the morning after, and I'm really impressed by. So that first picture is Friday. The next picture is Saturday. It just blows my mind that healing. What had happened was my seatbelt locked up. I got almost hit head on, but he kind of by the grace of God, I'm still here, but the seatbelt locked up. And so as my car was bouncing up and down, the seatbelt was sawing at my neck, basically. And so that's, day one, day two, and then that third is 2 weeks, and then the fourth one is today. And that's less than 3 weeks. I'm not going to have a scar. And I'm just like, oh, yeah, here we go. So the Cellergize, I am like, I can't shut up about it.
Yeah, and the thing is, when you look at those pictures, you've already been using the X39 for a year. So we know we've got all those
Yeah.
amazing stem cells active, doing the things they're doing in your body. But then you have an accident, and you had been using the Cellergize just what, a week or so before that, and you said you already experienced things, those precursors were already kicking in. So fantastic results super fast with
Yes.
incorporating that Cellergize in there as well too. Like you said, those nutrients that your body really needed can even amplify. They did amplify. That's super fast healing too. So thank you, Josie, for sharing this.
I do believe also by being on the X39 and Eon for that long, just saved my body from not breaking in two.
Yeah, absolutely. I totally agree with that. Well, congratulations. Congratulations on your success, and I know your continued success. You'll be using that Cellergize, I'm sure, for years to come.
Yeah.
Amazing. Thank you, Josie, so much for sharing. All right, Mark, come on here. We don't have any picks for you, buddy. You just tell me your story. What's going on with you? Patching almost 4 years now.
So yeah, I think I sent you one an email if you want to dig it up.
Oh, okay.
No surprise because hey, I'm not that good looking, but I have been patching for about 3.5 years. My history is competitive soccer, played varsity in college, played competitive until I was 55 years old, and one of those idiots that still tries to pretend they're young regardless of what's going on in your body. And so I, for 3.5 years. Just X39, 49, glutathione, carnosine, and Eon to reduce inflammation. And they each have a specific thing that they do for you. And one of the things that has struck us, Catherine is my better looking half. And, we have a lot of friends that will say, I'm not getting any result, or these patches don't work. They don't do anything for me. It's like, au contraire, they actually have been proven to work for 100% of the people on the planet. Let's figure out what's wrong with you that's preventing that result. And usually, what it comes down to is some combination of diet, water, air, and exercise. And when you combine all those, a lot of that has to do with, hey, just take X39. If your body doesn't have what it takes to elevate GHK copper peptide, well, you're not going to get a great result, right? So what is it missing? Well, that's the beauty of what David did with Cellergize. It's like, hey, here's all the things that your body needs for X39 to work. Awesome, I'm in, right? Because not just me, but I mean, we have so many people that they're just messed up, and this is what they need. And so most people are amateur pharmacists or chemists, whatever you want to call it. They go to their little kitchen cabinet in the morning and they pull out their 37 bottles of pills and they struggle through that, trying to choke them all down. And it's like, wow, maybe your body needs some of that, maybe it doesn't. But it's hard to get the right amount. So I had great results over the course of 3.5 years to the point where I was able to do a 7-minute mile again at 61 as a senior citizen. So, yeah, I have a T-shirt that says it's weird being the same age as old people. So, age is just it's just a number, you know. Don't get old, just never stop moving, right? So, you can see the difference in 85 to 2024. You know what? Yeah, a little thicker, a little heavier, but that's not outrageous. So, never stop moving. So what happened is Cellergize came out early, and of course, because my wife is pretty phenomenal, she got some early tubs of that, and I just let her use it all, just so that she would not run out before it actually was launched. And so I didn't start using it until the official launch, like 3, 4 weeks ago. And being an engineer, IT guy, I do research for a living, and I would like to tell you that it was planned, but it's not that. It's not that simple. How many have woken up in the morning and you got four patches strewn across your back? Yeah, that's me, right? So when you wear your patches all night and you wake up with them, you can't wear them that day, or you shouldn't, because you don't want your body to get used to that signal. I was like, well, hey, this is perfect actually, because I need to try Cellergize, and let's see what it does on its own. So, the idea is if you have 4 or 5 patches on all at once and you introduce something new, like, well, which one was it? Well, I wore no patches for 3 days, just Cellergize,
Mhm.
and I expected not a whole lot. Um, but I did Cellergize in that morning, and I went out for a run at lunch, and I was like, wow, like I'm ready to roll. I'm ready. This felt like I had my patches on, right? And that was just Cellergize. And so, yeah, I was through the day, um, energy throughout, never felt like I was fading, no need for a nap, you know, which you can't do in corporate America anyway, as a Fortune 50 company. But yeah, it was good. I did that for two days in a row. The third day, I introduced patches, and I do not wear energy enhancer. It's too much.
Mm.
Just X39 and 49, and you put Cellergize with that. Yeah, you definitely you don't need more than that for energy if you're healthy. And of course, Cellergize is what you need for optimum health generally. Of course, it works for enhancing what the patch does for you. But if you had Cellergize alone, the result's going to be there. You're going to be better with it than without it. And it's an easy sell because most people are like, wait a minute, you got this, and I don't have to like keep all those bottles in my cabinet anymore or pull them out. Just one thing, throw it in some water, drink it, and it's great. And if you don't like stevia, put in lemon juice. Tastes great. Thank you, Sherry Shope, for that one. Because I hate stevia and lemon juice makes it great. It's just like lemonade in the morning.
Oh,
And yeah, if you can't handle the aftertaste of artificial sweetener, yeah, just throw in lemon juice. Tastes great.
yeah.
Um, so yeah, highly recommend it. If your patches aren't working, do Cellergize and X39. Guarantee you're going to see a difference
Wow.
because it's what your body's missing to make that patch work.
I love that. Love that. Great, great story. Great testimonials, Mark, with all of that. But thank you for those tips as well, too, adding in that lemon juice. Some people don't like stevia, even though it's clean, it's healthy, there's nothing wrong with it. It's not like, Splenda or Equal or anything like
Yeah.
that, aspartame. But yeah, that's great for the taste to add a little lemon juice in there. I'll have to try that, even though I personally love the taste of the Cellar Dyes. I'll try that too, just to see how that tastes different. So thank you so much for taking the time to be here and for sharing your personal experience. All right, Peter, come on here, my longest patcher of 5 years. Tell us in the next 6 minutes
All
what
right.
has been going on with you, Peter.
Hey, good to be here with everybody. Yeah, and thanks for having me on tonight. This August, next month will be 5 years I've been patching, and when I first got turned on to the patch, I was struggling with a torn rotator cuff. It was a situation I had for about 6 months. It was getting worse over time. I got to the point where I couldn't sleep on my left side, so it was really disturbing my sleep cycle. Was starting to get depressed about it. Had that kind of constant pain, nagging pain. My shoulder would crunch and crackle when I would rotate it. And then I got that faithful call from my sponsor, Beamy, who, told me about the patch. And I had actually heard about it from some other people around town where I live, but I just didn't connect with it. But Beamy happened to catch me at the right time where I was just sitting at my desk like I am now, just kind of feeling sorry for myself. What am I going to do? I guess I'm going to have surgery. And she caught me at the right time. I said, okay, I'm going to try it. So I bought the 3 month supply, and my package came in a few days. I stuck one on, in the afternoon. And when I woke up the next morning, that night I had just a very deep sleep, and it was accompanied by vivid Technicolor dreams. And then when I woke up, I kind of rotated and my shoulder just felt so much better, like in 24 hours. It was a dramatic shift. So I just kept wearing the patch every day. And basically, over several weeks, maybe a couple of months, it completely regenerated my shoulder, and I avoided surgery. And to this day, my shoulder's perfect. So totally grateful for that. I was all in from the start, and I had a great testimonial. So I've been sharing it far and wide. It's helped a lot of people. And then kind of fast forward to where we are today. Over the 5 years, I've tried all the patches, of course, all the products. Love them all. I can't say that I had a really dramatic experience with any of the other patch. I don't feel the glutathione patch when I put it on, or the Aeon patch, or any of them necessarily. But recently, I got the Cellergize in January with that first shipment, and I really didn't connect with it initially. But then, once we all started talking about it again recently, I got back into it, and I'm very active. I'm an athlete. I mountain bike, ski, hike here. I live in Sedona. It's a very outdoorsy place. And I'm also an avid yoga practitioner. I go to a hot yoga class. It's a very hot power yoga class, a few times a week. For years. And so I started doing the Cellergize before I go into my hot yoga class. And all of a sudden, I had this experience. My experience is when I normally get in there, my body, I have to kind of settle in. I got to get warmed up, kind of get in the flow of it. But I noticed as soon as I hit the mat and started moving, my muscles were like firing so efficiently, like that warm up. Normal warm up was gone. I was just like firing on all cylinders right from the start, and it was very, very noticeable. And I'm very sensitive, so it just felt like I had more energy in my cells, like there was an electrical kind of experience I was having with it, and it was very noticeable for me. So I've been using it consistently. It's really improved my stamina endurance. I got guys who are regulars in that class, half my age. They can't keep up with me. So I'm grateful for Cellergize. I've been telling the story with my team, telling everybody to get Cellergize. This is a really unique synergistic formula. You're not going to find anything like this down at the corner Whole Foods or anything. No, no way. This is a really unique blend that David's come up with, and I'm loving it. I love the taste. To me, it's just fine, and some cool water. It's refreshing. And I did take it the other night. I'm also big on pickleball. Me and my son were playing pickleball every night now. And I tried some the other day or last week at 6 o'clock, because we played till late at night under the lights when things cool down. And I'll tell you, I took it one time at 6 o'clock. I didn't sleep that night. It kept me up. It really kept me up at night. So I learned my lesson. Do not take Cellergize at night. It's going to keep you up for sure. So that was just another way it showed me, wow, this is really giving me energy. So I love Cellergize. I've been telling the whole team to check it out. It's really going to enhance your experience with the patch. So good luck with it, everybody.
Wow. Thank you, Peter. I love that. You're a little skeptical. You're like, I don't know if that's
Yeah,
my thing. And then
yeah.
you put it to the test on the mat, something you do consistently and have
Hmm.
consistently done, then it was like, oh, this is different. So
Exactly, exactly.
that's
Yeah.
amazing. Fantastic. Well, thank you for being here and sharing your personal experience with it and giving everyone the tip of don't use it at night. Hence why it says morning on the front.
All right.
I love it. Let Peter be the example. Don't try it at night, you guys. I love it. Well, thank you, Peter. Appreciate you being
Sure.
here again, buddy, and sharing with everybody your personal experience as well too. So to wrap it up tonight, our Cellergize morning formula is available right now. Of course, as always, in your back office, you have the ability to purchase that. And like you heard from all these people, something changed. They've been patching for a year plus, and something changed when they added this. And David invented this. I don't want to say invented, he formulated this synergistically to work with the patches because what he's found over all the years is people are nutrient deficient and they're always saying, where should I get this? Where should I get my NaC? Where should I get my selenium? Or where should I get my copper? Where should I get my and you're buying bottle after bottle or powder after powder. And he just said enough 2 years ago. This is 2 years in the making. Let's just put it all together, all the precursors, the nutrients that these peptides need in your body so they function, they're optimal. Because remember, you had the peptides, we're elevating them again because they've declined in their ability. And so we're saying, come on, do what you did when you were younger. And these nutrients are a key part of that. And as much as we can eat healthy and clean, we know that our food's just not what it was before. So this powder is so easy for your body to absorb and just absolutely making huge differences across the board. My inbox was lined up with people that wanted to share their testimonial tonight. But I will share with you next Tuesday. We will be here again talking again Cellergize with our very own Dr. John Harmon. Now, I've had him on many times. He is a fantastic chiropractor, brain specialist, heart. If you know his testimonial with what he dealt with in the past, that the patches helped him with his heart situations. He's going to talk about how Cellergize actually will elevate and impact your nitric oxide in your body naturally without pushing it or adding something to make it do, but how it works synergistically to elevate your own nitric oxide. So join me back here next Tuesday night, 8 p.m. Eastern. Anybody that cares about nitric oxide or wants to know what it is or cares about your heart or has somebody that you care about that has a heart that you care about, invite them same time, 8 p.m. Eastern next Tuesday to hear from Dr. Harmon and how Cellergize impacts our cardiovascular system. So thank you all for being here, and I look forward to seeing you again on Zoom soon.